Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm just journaling, so come on along. This is my little golden book, The Colors of Winter Junk Journal. And yesterday I decided I would attempt to do just like a daily journaling page, but I did not get it finished. But I started it. First I decided I needed to put background papers, and then I decided to print out pictures, and while I was printing out the pictures, I decided to play with little stickers that you can put on the pictures. This cute little fairy right there, and names and little hearts. And I found out that you can put the date on the pictures. So I did that. So by the time I printed out all the pictures and decided to put those on backgrounds, I decided to put some borders on the page. And I grabbed just a little piece of paper. Just happened to have this little notebook sitting here. So I grabbed a piece of that paper and I wrote down what happened that day. And it just so happened that my sisters had sent me some pictures of what they were doing that day. So I printed those out. And now I am just gluing these down. But then I'm thinking I need to put a little something on this page too. So I'm going to put these pictures down over here and then look for something to decorate the page, and then maybe this daily journaling page will be done. Oh, before I do that, let me tell you what went on that day. And the first thing was I went to my keyboard lesson and played Fly Me to the Moon. And then after dinner, I went to take a walk, and the moon was out in the sky. It wasn't dark yet, but the moon was up. I thought that was pretty interesting. Cat is on my seat. And then my sister had taken this picture very early in the morning of a beautiful sunrise on her way to visit her grandchildren. And she made organic vegan green shamrock Rice Krispies with the kids. And my other sister decided to treat herself to an $80 pedicure spa treatment. And then she sent us a picture. So I asked my other sister what she did, and she said she did what she always does, and that is work from home. She didn't send me a picture, but this is a picture from a couple weeks ago when she was working from home. And this is her in her PJs with a cat sleeping in her lap while she's sitting at her computer at home and working. So she's working in her pajamas with her cat sleeping in her lap. And that's what she was doing. That picture's not from that day, but close enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down and look for something to decorate the rest of the page. Well, there it is, my attempt at a daily journal page. And what I did was cut out these dried oranges and grapefruits and apples from this paper because I couldn't think of any stickers to use. And most of the paper on this page is from this Holiday Spice Recollections from Michaels. And I just love the colors in here. I should have bought 2 of these, I think. I think this green paper is from a different one, though, like Classic Christmas or something. So I think it came together pretty well. I think it took too long for a daily journal page. But I did do some writing, so I'm proud of myself. And I got everybody's activity in here for the day. So I like it, but this was yesterday. Today is a Open Collab on green doodles. So I'm going to clear this off and get ready to do some doodling, and then I'm going to stick that in the book too, and that'll be for March 16th. This is the hashtag 2022 Doodle Challenge for March. It is an open collab co-hosted by Julie at Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Leigh at Leigh's Art Studio. And Leigh posts the challenges for the month, and the first one for March 16th is green. So you're going to do a green background and then doodle on top of it. I happen to have lots of watercolor scraps left over from when I made my 100-day challenge journal out of watercolor paper, and I had to trim them down to fit into the book. So I have a lot of scraps that I can use for this challenge. I have a very large watercolor palette box. As you can see, it won't even fit under the camera. And an extra one on top of that, and colors mixed in the lid. So I'm just going to go ahead and use whatever's here and mixed already for the background, and then doodle on top of it. So it's got to be greens, but with green you always want to add a little yellow and a little blue. And I don't know, I got a yellow. I got a yellow here. I don't know what this is. That is, looks like indigo. Got green. I got a lighter yellow up here, which I just got green into it. And I got a blue there. And lots of green there. So I'm just going to splash watercolor and then see what we come up with. I think I'm going to add a second layer of color on top of the first layer. And this time I'm going to start with some darks at the bottom. Well, that was weird. Our electricity just blinked on and off for some strange reason. But when it went off, I just kept on painting, and I'm adding little dots of this Grumbascher Select Opaque Watercolors. I bought this a very long time ago and haven't used it much. So I thought I would add some dots, and maybe this can be a garden doodle. And so I'm just going up these green stripes, trying to stay within sort of the same range of colors. Sort of a lighter green here. It's like a darker bluish green. Okay, the paper is dry, and this is the fun part. I've got a micron. This is a 08 black. I've got a Signo Uniball in white. And basically, you just doodle. And a doodle can be abstract, or it can be sort of representative of something. In this case, I sort of did greens like a garden. And all I'm doing is doodling around the blobs of watercolor. Doodles can be more specific, like a Zentangle, I guess. I like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and doodle, doodle, doodle. And I think it was Julie that added some gold to one of her doodles. And I do have some gold gouache that I may add just a touch of after I'm done doodling. I specifically did not try to draw any kind of flowers. I just doodled around each blob of color, but I did put in these little stems and leaf-like shapes here and there. And now I have a white pen, and I thought I'd just add some dots to the darker flowers, I guess. So I'm just going to go through and add a couple white highlights. Okay, I just added a few white dots here and there. So now I've got my green background and my black pen doodles and my white dots. And I'm going to add just a touch of gold, like Julie did, if I can find my little thing, my little brush. They're almost the same. I don't know why I did two, except for I'll put one in this book and then maybe save one for my garden journal. I can make a journaling card out of it. This one has a little more sky, more room for the hummingbirds to get in there to the flowers. This one has, I think, bigger flowers on it. You can see the little bits of gold sparkling in there. Added just a touch, not a lot, just a touch. Okay, I'm going to glue one of these in the book as soon as I can figure out which one I want to put in. So there is my hashtag 2022 Doodle Challenge, March 16th. Prompt was Doodle on Green. So I hope you will check out Julie and Leigh's channels. I will link them below, and I will put the hashtag if you would like to check out the other participants or would like to participate for this month's doodle. And I did my daily journaling for March 15th. So thanks for coming along today, and I want to wish everybody happy doodling and happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.